Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jenny and I finally have done it. I have finally finished this huge journal that you have seen me work on in a few different videos, doing various things like decorating pages, making the ephemera, doing the cover, you know, different things like that. So I'm not sure that it's really fitting fully in the screen, so I'm going to turn it around sideways for certain shots, so just so that you can see it all properly. So as you can see, it's really chunky. I don't do journals like this very often. Certainly not, like, I don't do them this packed very often. My limit is around about 100 pages. That's like both sides of the page. Maybe 120, maybe, or 110 would be tops. And that's usually in like 2 to 3 signatures, 3 signatures. And where I've mostly created my own spine, because I usually use books that are around about A5, so the spines on those books generally aren't wide enough for 3 signatures. So I'm just this is probably about the 4th journal that I have done to this size. Now this is A3 in size. I've used A3 pages, which I have not cut down. I'm looking for my ruler. I will give the measurements of the cover. It is 30 centimeters tall and approximately 22.5 centimeters wide, and the spine is about 7 3/8, nearly 8 centimeters. So it's huge, and I did count the pages up to start my details for my Etsy listing, and it's around about 180 pages back and, you know, both sides. Not 180 page turns, it's 180, around about 170 to 180 pages. So I haven't got my notes right here to tell you exactly, but this is the closure. It's just a piece of very, very vintage furnishing velvet. I believe that these were curtains, and they're still in really good condition, and I've just cut a strip off. This is a 1930s, 1920s, 1930s belt buckle, and I've added some of my hand-dyed lace applique and a little dangle, which can be removed if it is annoying. So the tie just wraps around and ties up with a bow on the side. So we'll just move that over there. Now the cover is from an old atlas, which of course I've created the spine for, and I've used a a 1920s music book cover. Sorry, I had a mental blank then. Music book cover. So, and then I've used just some lace doilies. These are not overly old, these ones, but this part here was from a vintage embroidered doily, and some hand-dyed lace on the bottom, and some 1930s braid. The velvet is textured. I'm not sure what you call this. There's a name for it, but I can't remember what it is. But it is a furnishing fabric from the 20s, 30s era. And it just feels awesome. I love it. And then on the back, there's a bit of a lace doily remnant and a machine embroidered applique, which is, that's not new. Sorry, that is new. And so, and it's, as you can see, it's full of lace on the edges, and it's jam-packed full of goodies. So let's just get into it. I'm just going to sit down and hopefully, I'm just going to move this out of my way. I'm hoping that I'm going to have enough room on my desk for the full spread. I might have to stand up for this bit. Alright, so I'll just move it over there. So when the cover opens, I still haven't got it. It does, the cover does sit flat once the pages start turning over. It's just, I haven't loosened the spine up enough yet. Okay, so in all my major journals, like as in ones that are about 100 pages or more, I always do a front flip on the inside cover. And as you can see, I've used a front page of a music book, and I thought it was just delightful. And I've added some lace at the bottom, a bit of a lace applique, and there's a little velvet pansy. A little bit of remnant of the fabric from the spine is on there, because that is actually a pocket on the other side, because I wrapped it around. I've put a page tab on here. I've added some lace just to cover up the join, and it's like tea dyed, so just to cover that up a little bit. And that's, so when it flips open, I'll have to move the book again. On the inside we have a pocket, which is that fabric from the spine, and there's some antique pages on the inside. One's from a music book and the other one's from an old novel. This is rice paper from the La Traviata Ciao Bella kit, and there's an antique document in here. I'm not sure the date is there. Looks like it might be an 8, but it could be a 9, 1933. So, and there's a antique book page in Italian. So, and a side pocket. This is wallpaper, vintage wallpaper. And I've added some pages from my doily collection. So that's what we've got here. And those pages were white on the background, so I've painted the on the reverse side. So I've painted them and done some stenciling and put on a bit of napkin here in William Morris pattern. Throughout the book there's a combination of La Traviata from Ciao Bella. This is from the ballet themed from Stamperia, and my own mixed media pages and doily pages, and a couple of pages I've done a little bit of collage on them, just very minor. So I've got one of these pockets. It's like a faux library pocket with some small cards in it. This is a reproduction invoice, which is an extended page, and this is I'm not going to open all these smaller pieces up because it'll just take too long, but this is like a hidden writing spot, and is very cute, and one of my, now can we see that? No. So we'll just move this over this way. So this is one of my page ruffles, made with paper and lace and a little bit of organza fabric. Another pocket with a card in, cards. So it sort of started out as the opera theme, but it soon sort of became a bit more eclectic. So, but there's quite a few pieces of vintage music sheet in this journal. So this is another one of my mixed media pages, and it's not a print out, it's the original piece of mixed media, so you can actually feel all the texture and that on there. And then, like, I've done stenciling on the reverse side. There's a few there's a few flips throughout for journaling on. See that one? I've just left it plain on the back, just with it's more like coffee dyed. I didn't do that, it's come that way. These are my own brusho dyed pages, the coloured ones, and then a little tuck spot. This is antique, very, very antique Italian book page that I got from Roxy's Creations. There's another little bit of just basic collage, just a piece of tissue, and wrap around is a tuck pocket sort of, and on this side is an envelope flip with a tag in it. And I love this page. This is that famous song, You Light Up My Life. It's the front cover to that song, the music sheet. So it's from the 70s. So, and then we've got a little side tuck there, and there's an invoice in there. That's an original. When's that one from? Let's have a look. Is there a date? March 1932. and there's a flip there with a tag, and you could write on the back of there. A beautiful lace pocket where the lace extends down below the page, and then you would have seen these. I did these on a video. It's full of book pages, vintage book pages and bits and pieces, and there's a little flip on this side, and it's full of little goodies for embellishing. See, that can be pulled apart. It's just a brad in there, so you can take all that out and use it throughout the journal. So, and then this is just a collage, doesn't serve a purpose apart from being pretty. There's just, and here's a page, extended page flip sort of, and that's from an antique music book. All the lace in here looks like it could be a bit vintage, but it's not. It's more new. Here's another antique music book page flip out and music sheet. And there's another piece from a music book in there. And one of my faux, what do you call them? I've lost it now. Those antique studio cards. Lost it. I can't remember. Cabinet card. That's it. These are my own tea-dyed papers. There's a lovely lace applique belly band, a couple of journal cards inside, and another one of my mixed media pages with some lace at the bottom. Oops. And it's extended. It's attached to just the short end of the antique Italian book page there. So quickly, there's a beautiful pocket with just one card in it and one of my raffles. It's another one of my art pages, which I've done stenciling on that side, and this side is the collage. This is not mine. I wish I could do tea-dyed papers like this, or coffee-dyed papers, but I haven't been successful. A friend gave me these, so let's see. And I found a fantastic large music, it's like a reference book from Reader's Digest, and I reckon it would have come with a compendium of classic vinyl records, and I pulled the booklet apart for all the elements that I could use, and this came out of that booklet. It made a lovely side tuck, and there's a piece of Italian book page in there with an image on each side. Can be used. And some more antique music paper, some more of my Brusho dyed paper. This is crunchy graph paper which I've tea dyed. This is some of my embossed paper. This pocket is just filled with just little bits that can be used for collaging. This piece here can be journaled on. This one here is plain on the back. This is an antique wallpaper piece. There's another, the back side of another one of my collage papers. no, the doily page. There we go. So another doily page, which I've painted on the back and done a little bit of collage with napkin. This came out of that music book, and it's got some of my hand-dyed lace on it, and it's got book page and a lovely journal card. The images, some of the images on the journal cards came out of the same Reader's Digest book. So it's a La Traviata rice paper. It's the same as the one in the front, but I've made it a page here. More embossed paper. And here's a flip with some pretty note paper inside. These can be taken out and paper clipped on. There's 3 little journal cards up there. This was out of the Reader's Digest book too, so I love the images because they looked really old, so I did love them. It's got a couple of journal cards and another piece of Italian book page and a tag. This is a digital of an invoice, and it's got flowers and that printed on it. It's quite sweet. That's an extended page. This is another one of my art pages, which I've extended. Done a little tuck here. There's a digital piece of an invoice and one of my hand-dyed notepad papers. And on the other side is my embossed vellum envelope, and there's some lovely digital pieces inside there. I've got some cards in this collage pocket, and this is like got note paper inside. So yeah, the pocket was just all collaged together. And that's on a piece of beautiful, very antique Italian book page. It's rag paper, so it is quite old. This is a lovely, another big lace pocket where the lace extends below the page. And inside it there's a combination of antique book page, some pretty new writing paper, and this book page is from 1885. I've actually included a few pieces of this throughout the journal, and this is just a digital, another page ruffle on the side there that I've done. This is another extended, no, yes, it's sort of an extended page there. And with the doily for this time, I've backed the doily and then I've glued it down for a side pocket, which has got a card in there that I've embellished. That came out of the Reader's Digest. Belly band with some vintage documents in. There's 2 vintage documents in there. There's a little flip for writing on. If you've got a white pen, you could write on the back, and of course write on here. And then there's a little pocket in there with some small tags. So 4 tags in there. This is a really sweet little fixed envelope which opens up and is hiding some of my tea-dyed crinkly paper. And it does stay closed because this is heavy enough to keep it closed. I've just embellished at the top there. So some more of my Brasho dyed paper, just a small pocket, embossed paper. Up here there's a over the page envelope flip. So this is a pocket with a tag in it, and this is a window pocket with a journal card inside, and it's just paper clipped to the page. One of my large shabby journal cards, and that's on another mixed media page on the back of that doily. And then we've got the last signature. There's a pretty little pocket. It's got a large journal card and then two smaller cards, tag and a card. And then we've got here. Just love this image. I just love it. But I only had a very small portion of the La Traviata kit, so that's why there's not very much in the whole journal. And this is a hidden journal spot, which is paper clipped to the page here. It's another one of my page edges. This is another digital digital letter, and a pocket with I did these on a video just recently for journaling. It's another this is the inside contents page of a music book, which is flipped out, revealing this mixed media page. I love it. It says Artist's Life. Love that. Oh, I'm an artist, so no. There's like a little collage flippy thing here, which is covering up a blob of paint that was a mess, but it hides it very well, and my postcard fits in there and just fits nicely. It's another one of my doilies, which I've decoupaged and painted on the back. More crinkly paper. Another flip which can be journaled on there, and there's a couple of little cards inside the envelope, and that's on more rag paper. Another piece out of the Reader's Digest music book, and there's a journal card inside. And I just love these. I came across this piece of paper here is out of a book. It's a Heidi book, and I kept it because it's the chapter's called The Violin Lesson, so I had to keep it. And these came out of I can't remember the book, but it's quite an old one. And it's on Shakespeare. There's Shakespeare. So there's print on the back. So called The Tempest. So, and it's Opera House Speculation. So I'm not sure if that's come out of the same book. The paper feels different. So actually this might be out of my 1885 book. Paper's the same. Okay. Alright, so I had to keep those because they're, you know, opera house, theatre, like, you know, posh theatre, classical, and whatever. So, and some more embossed paper, which I've put a pocket on and a beautiful big tag in there. More brochure paper, another tag in a small pocket. This is an envelope flip. Which I haven't put anything in the envelopes. I'm leaving them empty so that they can be filled. And that can be journaled on. So I have put so much work into this over a longish period. I didn't just work on this wholly and solely. I have done a little bit of art in between time, and I've done videos not necessarily in relation to this journal. So more antique music paper with a small pocket and a couple of small tags, and yeah, and some more of my tea-dye paper with lace on, another belly band, and there's a journal card in there and a piece. This is not antique, but it's like a score sheet which has been dyed. And another one of my large journal cards tucked into another one of those big lace pockets. Page ruffle. This gorgeous envelope with a stick pin with some crystal beads, charms, and it's paper clipped with a tag inside it. There's a video for these as well, and an embossed page that's caught up in there. Another cabinet card with a couple of digital letterheads, lovely letterheads, like vintage style, and they're on Antique Italian Book page. Another little pretty pocket, a small tag and a journal card on a painted and stenciled page, and the doilies on the other side. Excuse me, dry throat. I didn't bring a drink with me. Under this paper clip there's a piece of embossed paper, and this is another book page that I come across that I had to keep because it's a chap from like Shakespearean times playing I don't know, a mandolin, ukulele, he's a troubadour. So, and that's come out of a book called Christmas Eve. And that's the other side of that. Pretty collage mixed media page. It's another doily tea dyed paper with a book page flip for journaling on the back. And this paper is like an end page out of a book, and it's got a sentiment here. It was Happy Christmas to Janice from John 1956, and I decided to not cover it up or cut it off. I decided to leave it because I thought that is really sweet. So I just loved it, so I thought, no, it's staying on there. This is a pretty flip of a girl playing the violin and a little boy playing the piano. Is he a boy? Teenager. It is kind of shiny paper, and I've not done anything on the back. I've left it so it can be embellished. And there's a pretty beaded lace applique up the top there. That's another mixed media page. And like I said, these are all the original pages. That's from the ballet theme. And then in the back there's another side tuck and a piece of my faux rice paper that I've made. So that's the end of this beautiful big journal. It's just so, I mean, whoever gets it, I would be inclined to take all the ephemera out and just add it as I go, you know, just so that, because it doesn't sit, with all the ephemera out of it, it's not so much of a gator mouth, and it's much easier to write in. But, you know, like I've made books like this before and people have loved them. So this is, like I said, I think it's my 4th. So, and I don't do these, I hardly ever do these, maybe once every year or two will I do a book this size. So, because they are a lot of work, and they weigh a lot. So that's the other thing. They do weigh a fair amount. So, and when I put it on, I just lean on it and firmly tie it up. Okay. So, and I forgot to ask how you all are. I'm sorry, I just wanted to get into this. It's very late here. It's after 12 here in Adelaide, 12 at night. And I wanted to get this up online, uploaded, so that when I got up in the morning it was already uploaded. And I don't, why am I doing that? I've got to take photos. So I'm going to list it in my Etsy shop. It should be listed by about lunchtime today. So I'm going to go to bed now and try and get a good night's sleep. I'm pretty excited about this. And I will be doing a proper video tomorrow at some point. I think it's a what's in my box video, because I've got a stash of stuff here off to the side that needs to be cleared away. So bye for now, everybody. Thank you for coming. Please leave me